we actually saw the sun since we've been here.
Of course, it would be the day we're leaving.
Yeah. All right, here we go. The Amerks shoot to the net to our right. Levi and goal to our left. Puck dumped in behind the Amerks net. Swatted around the boards in the far wing. Not out. Still stuck on a pass to the slot. Knocked down. Bounces away from Condata. And the Amerks carry behind their net. Spun off the near side. Out to center ice. Getting a hold of it. Backhand the rest of the way down by Fiddler Schultz. Chased back in his own zone by Hervé Pinard. Round behind his net. He'll leave it there. Hits for the bench. And here come the Rocket again on the attack. Up the left wing side, Dauphin spins a pass along the wall and chased down in the Amerks zone, and back to take it is Rusek. Now behind the net off of the far boards as they cycle it along the wall and out in front of the net, cleared away and out of the zone to center ice. Hoffenmeyer back for the Rocket. Pass up the near side, Beret-Bollet enters the Amerks zone. Long shot in grab, and that held by Levi for a face-off, so that's our first stoppage of the play, 50 seconds into the game. No score, nothing happening as of yet.
And you notice nothing happening, to your point there, Don. After that whistle, no extra pushes and shoves. Things kept relatively coy. I think a lot of what we saw at the end of Game 4, and mind you, if you didn't watch, there was 154 penalty minutes.
His net. Turns back behind his net, looking things over. Wanting to bring it forward, long pass up to the Rochester blue line along the far board, scooped deep in the corner by Hervé Pinard. Simoneau backhands it around behind the Amerks net. On the backboards, Condata trying to dig it out. Shot in, sharp angle, pad save, and the puck out the near wing. Turnaround shot, another block by Levi, and the puck down up the near wing to center ice. Drawn in over the line along the right wing side. As Roseanne upended in on goal, that went bouncing wide. Getting a piece of it, Primeau, and the puck flipped in the air and down ice. From there, blocked and ends up behind the net. Murray after it. Drops it off in the near corner, out top again, taking a look. There's a shot in by Rathbone, that off the right pad of goaltender Primeau. Along the near wing and out top again. Another shot, wrister from Rathbone right on. Primeau makes the stop, and we get a little pushing and shoving now as Warren is sandwiched between a couple of the Laval players. Finally squirts his way loose.
So the narrative has been talked about ad nauseum from us here, Don, that the Laval Rocket had the most penalty minutes in the AHL during the regular season. We touched on Game 4's chaotic conclusion. The officials tonight tasked with policing a very important game, the most important game of the season for both sides, and we finally see a little bit of extracurriculars there. Brendan Warren with just an extra little whack at Cayden Primeau to try and see if he could get one through, and Laval takes exception.
And the officials are referees. He'll scoop it around behind the Amerks net. I think actually they've got 5 forwards on the ice, don't they? No, that's Mailloux. He's one, but he was in deep. Mailloux at the left point, throws it to the right side. Pass back to his side. Wow, return across the goal mouth. Pass missed, and the loose puck shot all the way down ice.
What a chance. Laurent Dauphin sitting right on top of the blue paint. Everything but the finish for Laval there.
Rocket on the attack. The penalty has expired. Amerks full strength. Up the right side. Nice curl drag in front of the net, and getting a piece of it with the right toe. Levi, and the puck pulled back on the near boards. Scooped around behind the Amerks net on the far side. Into the corner. Clegg has it in skates. Bump there, puck rolling around behind the Amerks net. Condata digs it out, feeds out in front, bouncing puck side of the net. They hack away and it comes back at the right point, kept in. To the left side, Engstrom, top of the slot. And as they tie up, puck pulled away but still not out. Here's Hervé Pinard feeding the slot, and handcuffed on the shot was Condata, diving for it. Roseanne couldn't clear it, still kept in the Amerks zone. Off of the far corner, Condata dropped to a knee. His backhands are behind the net for Simoneau. He'll lay it behind the net. Hammers get a hold of that one. Able to spin it around the near boards where it's kept in. And Rusek lost his stick but does recover it. It's still controlled in the zone by the Rocket. At top of the slot, pass on the right side. That's feet along the far board. Spinning back, trying to get away Dauphin. Watched there by Metza. Dauphin at the point, shot toward the net, missed. Comes around the boards on the near wing and tipped along the wall. And finally, Rusek able to clear it out of the zone, but Rocket have it right back and move up ice again. Dauphin, he's hauled down by Rusek, and it's going to be a penalty.
To pass the puck, but anytime it ends up on the tape of number 12 in Laval red, there's really not a lane, just as there was on that last sequence, which we saw the puck go out of play.
Draw going to Laval, keeping it in. Broken stick on the ice, that's done. Now out in front of the shot, blocked. As Rathbone gets in front of the shot, out the other side, they shoot and score. From the right wing side, ripped along the ice by Beret-Bollet, and power play goal for the Rocket. Puts Laval on top 1-0.
Well, that feels about as bad of commentator's curse as you could have. Just talked about how Rochester had done such a good job of keeping Barré-Boulet limited on the right side. This ends up being a broken play. The Amerks have a player, I think it's done without a stick, and
right.
It is.
Yep.
So that essentially turns into 5 and on a 3.5 men if you want to. And it opens up because Dunn had been keeping an eye on Barré-Boulet. There was a lot of traffic in front of Levi as well. Dauphin was right on top of the blue paint. I don't know if Levi even saw where this shot was, but either way, it went to the back of the net.
Et Dauphin l'emporte décisivement. Bâton brisé de Dunn. Et là, c'est presque un 5 contre 3. La passe à Roy. Il s'amène le tir, frappe la barre. Il a touché le poteau, l'avait battu Levi. Un autre tir et la but! Alex Barré-Boulet! Et le Rocket frappe en premier. C'est 1-0. Quel tir de Barré-Boulet qui envoie le Rocket en avant!
Ouais, et c'est au tour du Rocket de jouer de chance. Le bâton de Josh Dunn qui se fracasse et ça change vraiment le cours de la situation, a commencé par Laurent Dauphin qui remporte sa mise en jeu en zone offensive. Joshua Roy qui touche la tige à la droite de Devon Levi et la rondelle qui continue d'être en jeu. Et une passe d'un point de mise en jeu à l'autre de Farrell à Barré-Boulet qui dégaine Anthony. Et Rocket qui va chercher au pic et à l'appel ce premier but dans le match ultime, le match numéro 5 grâce à Alex Barré-Boulet.
Now dug out, flipped in the air and out to center ice. Pushed away on the far boards, in over the Rochester line, chased back, around behind the net. Clay gets to it as he's pinned up on the backboards. Puck pops loose, and Austin there for the Amerks. To the far point, but not out. Kept in by the Rocket. Pass in the slot. Deflected aside. Near point. Long shot in by Hayes. He scores. Hayes, his first game of the playoffs, takes the shot. Might have been tipped. Snuck through under the right knee of Levi. And now 2-0 for the Rocket.
This is Sean Farrell who ends up getting a tip done. It's a puck that is oh so close to going outside the attacking zone. And Hayes just barely keeps it in at the blue line. It's rolling, he's skating, and as soon as he gets to the puck, he just flips it. This is what I was talking about. The shot selection has changed for both teams, and certainly on Laval's end. They're just throwing anything in the net to see what happens, and good things did here for them as Farrell gets his stick in there from the left circle, and the Amerks deficit has just been doubled.
Farrell coming up with his third.
Tentative de sortie de Austin qui fait cadeau du disque à Reinbacker. Dans l'entlan, visait Roy. Excellente réaction de Komarov. Un autre tir dévié. L'arrêt, le but! Sean Farrell fait dévier le tir. Et Levi est battu. C'est 2-0. Farrell sur les 2 buts des siens en première période. Et le nouveau deuxième trio qui se fait entendre à force égale.
Et quelle célébration, Anthony. Et à l'origine, c'est une rondelle qui n'a pas été saisie et par Roy et par Kapanen. Et Zach Hayes qui, lui, désespérément tente seulement de garder l'attaque en vie. Il va d'une rondelle déployée vers le filet. Et Farrell qui, le bâton, rend la classe, réussit à rediriger ce tir derrière Devon Levi qui semble avoir été déjoué dans la partie inférieure du filet. Quel but important, quelle célébration
Tout à fait.
de Sean Farrell.
He won't soon forget.
Picks up again. The puck now is shot all the way down into the Laval zone. Rocket back for it, taken by Engstrom. He'll slide it up the right side through to center ice. Amherst and the Rocket entering the Amerks zone. And out in front of shot, they score. That bounced back in the slot. Condata was there, hammers it through, finds its way through the 5-hole, and now it's 3-0 for Laval.
You know what's wild about this goal is that Harvey Pinard skates into Simoneau. Harvey Pinard has the puck. Simoneau and him collide on the left wing side. It actually looks like a mistake, and somehow they reload, recover, and actually I think he ended up, well, that's the weirdest pass I've ever seen. Check your own teammate, give him the puck. He gives it to Simoneau, who finds Condata streaking down the gut of the ice. Certainly not the way the Amerks wanted to start this period.
No.
Ce sera Condata face à Kourik. Remporté par les Amerks. Et Jack Radbone va y aller du dégagement, forçant le repli d'Adam Engstrom. Engstrom, longue passe précise au centre pour Harvey Pinard. Le voilà en zone ennemie. Harvey Pinard, la passe, Condata et le but! Le capitaine frappe dès la première minute en deuxième. C'est 3-0.
Et un très gros but obtenu par ce trio, celui de Condata, Harvey Pinard et Simoneau. Et j'ai l'impression que la collision entre Hervé Pinard et Simoneau, ça a vraiment mélangé tout le monde chez les Americans de Rochester. Et Hervé Pinard procède à l'entrée de territoire, entre en collision avec Simoneau, et c'est Simoneau qui y va de la remise. À moins que je me trompe, vers le capitaine Condota qui décoche sur réception.
Eh bien,
Obviously, that's the sell-up mark as the puck now brought away and up ice along the left wing over the red line. Fired in around behind the Amherst, comes down the near corner. Spun around behind the net by Clegg to the other side, but reversed. And in behind his net. Clegg out in front, however, backhander by Waugh, knocked down. That by Levi and comes off on the near boards. Dumped in behind the net. Out to the other side. It's Waugh. He'll cycle it around behind the Amherst net all the way out of the near point. Kept in the right side by Hayes. As they get tied up in the corner, Kapanen has it in his skates. Amherst trying to dig it out. That popped loose and in the corner. They battle away for it, still in the corner boards. And now dug away and centering pass, but turned back at the left point where it's kept in by Johnson. Weaves his way up the left side, trying to get it loose. And in the corner, spinning back once again, being hounded from behind by Jackeye. Moving in is Murray, digs it loose, sends it off in the far corner. Dug out there, back at the right point. Rathbone, left side, Johnson with a shot to the net. Grabbed and held onto by Primeau for the face-off. A little pushing again going on in front of the net. Now 3-0 for the Rocket with 16:58 to go in the second period.
And you deserve a card that thrills you, and Nissan's got an exciting full line that'll put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop your local Nissan dealership.
Right in Levi's face for sure.
And notice, Don, they're talking. The officials are talking with one another. So, given that they're just having the discussion, I mean, the penalty box door is open, but I don't know. We continue to ask ourselves, can you review this? Can you review goaltender interference? We're going to get a video replay. If you're watching on FloHockey, you should be seeing this as well. Gignac's going to take the shot. Dauphin is on top of the blue paint. Levi looked over and then didn't give much reaction after because he immediately saw it was no goal.
You know what? On the replay, it didn't look as bad.
Yeah, no goal.
There's still no goal. It didn't look as bad as what I thought it looked like from our angle. But it is not bad enough that it is goaltender interference.
And Joshua Waugh made the game 3-0 on, oh yeah.
Yeah, he's in the blue paint.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, from the overhead shot, he is in the blue paint.
Remember, it was 3-0 when Joshua Waugh,
The net to the other side, Hellenius couldn't reach it, and it's out to center ice. Poked away along the sideboards. Hellenius does get a hold of it. On the right side to Ostlund. Thrown around behind the Laval net as they hack away to the back boards and cycle around the far side again. And Komarov unable to block it. That's down ice in the Amherst zone. Kapanen chasing on the heels of Clegg. The Amherst do come up with it. Battered ahead to center ice by Komarov, trying to sneak through. Pass out in front. Hellenius moving in. Nifty move. Hayes upended the puck. Was stopped by Primeau. Net is knocked off by the defenseman. But the shot attempt by Hellenius, and Primeau got a piece of it to stop it.
wow, what a play from the Amherst. It was a broken play in center ice, and Consta Hellenius got a puck just batted over to him, and he goes in on Cayden Primeau. That's a great chance for a guy who's had a phenomenal playoff so far in rookie Consta Hellenius.
Series, the Charlotte Checkers would have to come here to Laval for the first couple of games.
So it's not just these two teams that are in limbo.
Up the right side, brought out and a shot by Mayu, and looking around for it is Levi, has it under his pads. The Rocket trying to dig it out, and the Amherst taking exception to that, but it was under his pads. Finally ends up off his knees and on his backside inside the net.
I think penalties are going to come out of this one, Don. The referee looked like he was signaling that, so I'll be interested to see who the penalties are on. And a lot of times in these situations, you see things like the matching roughing minors, and you get 4-on-4 hockey, but who knows? And, you know, I talk about Laval having shot themselves in the foot before. You never know. They could make a mistake here. I've seen games. I can remember honestly, as a fan growing up watching some NHL hockey where, you know, teams would be up big in a clinchable game, and then they would take a penalty. And right now, Florian Jackeye is drawing the ire of the officials. One penalty is getting called. It is going to be roughing against Jackeye, and the Amherst will get their first power play opportunity of the game. Big moment here for Rochester.
So the face-off will come down in the Laval zone as he was hacking away at the pads of Levi and ended up coming.
See to make sure they come up and give you your gift card for guessing the correct puck during our intermission there.
Puck now dropped, comes out in front of the net, and it is pulled aside. On the near side, out over the line to center ice. The Rocket backhander on the far side, moving in a shot, and Levi gets a piece of it. That pops up over top of the net. Boy, I don't know he could do the splits that far. Puck along the far boards, dug out quite, and the puck pops loose. Take it again, out to center ice, and dump from behind Barry Bollet, and the puck now in the Amerks zone. Turn Bass back in the near side. Waugh up with it in the slot, turn, shoot, scores. Waugh off the back post. Wrister just inside that left post. Power play goal, and now 4-0 for Laval.
Levi did have a brief conversation with the referee. It was almost as if he thought maybe there was some goaltender interference there as well. It doesn't look like they're going to take a look at it, unfortunately. Amherst had done such a good job, too, on this PK, to be honest. Their forecheck was good. They were forcing Laval to struggle with being able to set anything up. And then just out of nowhere, they make something.
On poursuit la séquence. Farrell, transversal, trouve Roy. S'avance au filet. Le tir et le but! Joshua Roy qui fait 4-0 en fin de deuxième période. Ça sent bon pour le Rocket en avantage numérique.
Oui. Et une entrée de zone réalisée avec tellement d'aplomb de la part de Sean Farrell. Une passe d'un corridor à l'autre encore une fois. Et Roy très créatif en possession de la rondelle. Coupe vers le centre. Profite de Dauphin qui fait écran au travail de devant Levi. Et le bat dans la partie droite du filet. À la droite de devant Levi. Et troisième match de suite avec un but pour Joshua Roy.
Oui, monsieur.
C'est pas rien quand même en séries éliminatoires. Et c'est 4-0.
Il s'est levé le Beauceron. Joshua Roy.
Out from the point, tipped, and that just missed wide. Off in the corner, the Amherst take it out, pass through the center ice, as upended, going for the puck. From behind was Rusak, and now it's going to be a penalty coming up here. And we've got Semino wanting to have a few words with Kalik, but it'll be a penalty coming up to the Rocket as Lindstrom heads to the penalty box.
He's going to go off for cross-checking, Don, and this is exactly what we were just talking about. Amherst need to get one early. How about this? Power play, and Laval, in all those accolades that I was singing for them, again mentioned that this team is not known to be a very disciplined team. And when I look back at this call that just happened, I mean, this is a penalty that Lindstrom 100% can avoid. He gets in his own way, and let's see if Laval can, as a team, get in their own way.
Skates as they hack away at the puck. Yops takes it out back at the point for Metza. Skates along the blue line, top of the slot, turns, wrist shot, but that's blocked wide. Comes down behind the net, Murray looking to dig it out. Murray pass in front, tip, but wide, comes on top, Metza with a shot, that's knocked outside the net, they jab away at the puck, Primeau reaching back, where's the puck? It's a whole mass of bodies in front. The referee looking right there, and the puck never crossed the line. There is players all over on top of what evidently is the puck in the goal crease.
Well, the puck is now in the net, and Brett Murray is looking, saying, what's going on? The officials blow play dead. They say no goal, but everybody's thinking right now, and Murray's quite argumentative, and I think he has a case here, Don. The whistle did not sound. I mean, it's complete pandemonium. I don't know if I've seen a scrum like that before. Cayden Primeau made one incredible save. He lost his glove in the process. Brett Murray has him dead to right. Somehow it doesn't go in.
He reached back with his glove and grabbed it before it crossed the line. Then there's a Laval player laying from post to post along the goal line, and the puck is just outside of him.
The referee is going over to Michael Leone to provide an explanation.
The Rochester blue line turned in over the line, knocked down. And on the right wing side, drop back at the point, long shot, hit something in front as we got puck knocked down in front of the net. They hammer away at the loose puck, and finally the Amherst get a hold of it. Drop back, however, still kept in. Waugh on the right side, shot, and they score. On the left side was Kaplan and got a one-timer. It snuck through under the pad of Levi, and now it's a 5-0 Laval lead.
Well, this is just a bouncing puck that never stopped bouncing, and it started by a little bit of a lacrosse-like carry into the zone by Oliver Kapanen, so apropos that he finishes this sequence off. And the Amherst end up just stuck in their own zone, a couple of turnovers. They can't clear the puck And Waugh finds Kapanen for another shot, the third of 5 goals that have gone 5-hole. And again, Levi's gotten a piece of all of these. He gets a good chunk of this puck. It just squirts through him and over the goal line.
So the hole is even deeper. As now.
Contact entre quelques joueurs entre les deux bancs. Kapanen est habile, ramène en zone ennemie. Kapanen à la ligne bleue à Lindstrom. Un tir flottant au filet qui ne s'est pas rendu à Levi. Roy est bousculé. Rondelle libre devant. Kapanen qui fait en l'air. Ça revient tout près de Engstrom. Il garde habilement Roy près du filet. Kapanen et le but! Oliver Kapanen sur réception. C'est 5-0. Quelle prestation du Rocket qui file tranquillement vers la demi-finale.
Mais quel superbe jeu, hein? d'Adam Engstrom, c'est lui qui va, je dirais pas à lui seul, mais presque, provoquer ce but-là. Le fait qu'il pousse la rondelle et empêche Mason Yoff de sortir de son territoire, ça génère automatiquement un 2 contre Anthony. Et Roy poursuit sur sa lancée. Quel match il dispute! Le tir sur réception d'Oliver Kapanen est armé. Devant Levi est déjoué. C'est 5-0.
Quelques secondes. Et voilà, c'est terminé. Et le Rocket de Laval se qualifie pour les demi-finales. Les Checkers de Charlotte, on vous attend mercredi pour le match numéro 1. Cayden Primeau brille en revenant devant le filet avec le jeu blanc. Une performance sans bavure de la troupe de Pascal Vincent qui l'emporte 5-0 sur les Americans de Rochester. Le Rocket est champion de la section Nord.
Ouais. Et tout un fait d'armes et un résultat qui est mérité par ce qui a été fait, oui, cette saison, mais dans ce match ultime, un gros 60 minutes de hockey des hommes de Pascal Vincent, aucun passager. On a eu des éléments de réponse sur quels joueurs, que ce soit des vétérans ou des jeunes, ont réussi à se lever dans des grands moments. Aucune chance n'a été donnée aux Americans ce soir dans le match numéro 5. Et direction carré d'as pour...
Well, very disappointing for the Amerks, but on the other hand, as they'll have time to reflect over this one in just a little bit, they will reflect upon a great season here for this Rochester Americans team. And to be congratulated for all they did this year, for being the youngest team in the league. They just really put up a great show.
They really did, and for all the talk we had about the players and the what-ifs of who will be here, there are several prospects that the Buffalo Sabres have down in Rochester. They have the strongest farm system in the National Hockey League. I think we'll see a lot of returning faces. And don't forget some of these additions, Don, that they signed. Players like Jack Rathbone, Josh Dunn, they signed 2-year deals. So barring a trade, they will be back. And one would expect in the red, white, and blue. I'll also mention here, I'll be having to hop off the broadcast real quick. So I just want to thank the fans for their support all season. It's been great to be a part of this broadcast again. And special thanks to you as well for always keeping me along for the ride. It's been a really fun year, and I look forward to doing it again next season.
Well, I know you got to go run to your post-game duties, but I will tell you that you've done a great job this year, and really appreciate all you've done for these broadcasts.